After I lost my precious wife and family, along with everything I owned, the last thing I wanted to hear was that God would work all things together for good because I loved Him and was called according to His purpose. I wasn't angry with God, not at first anyway, but I did feel like He'd abandoned me. In the weeks following the brutal murders of my wife, Penny, and my two sons, Matthew and Tyler, and the arrest of my daughter, Erin, I entered into a time of spiritual and emotional darkness that I wouldn't have dreamed possible only a few months before. I felt as if the doors of heaven were shut, and God was the one who'd closed them. I couldn't understand that. I had dedicated my life to serving Him. Despite some struggles with our daughter, Erin, and her choice of boyfriends, Penny and I had entered into 2008 very optimistic about the future. Soon after we were married in 1989, we'd started working with the youth in our church. That continued when we were at Miracle Faith Baptist Church several years later. During that time, I sensed God calling me to a broader ministry. I did some pulpit supply for local pastors, and the more I preached, the more I felt that God wanted me to move in this direction. After I'd been preaching for several years, my church made plans to formally ordain me for ministry. They set the time for my ordination for April 2008. I still wasn't sure if I was going to be a pastor or an evangelist. All I knew was that I intended to serve God. I wanted my family to serve Him too. When we moved out to our 12-acre property in Alba, Texas, our neighbor and dear friend Tommy Gaston presented us with a split cedar log. On it, he'd inscribed our family name, the Caffeys, in large letters. Below that, he added the Bible reference, Joshua 24:15. I knew the verse well. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. I love that scripture verse because in it, Joshua took a stand on serving God. I felt that since God took a stand for us when Jesus died on the cross, my family and I would take our stand for Him. But in the aftermath of March 1, 2008, my personal 9/11, I didn't understand what was happening. I'd taken my stand for God, but God had allowed something terrible to happen to my family. Where was He? Had He turned His back on us? Had He forgotten us? I felt like the writer of Psalm 88. I suffer your terrors. I'm overcome. Your burning anger has passed over me. Your terrors have destroyed me. They have surrounded me like water all day long. They've encompassed me altogether. You have removed lover and friend far from me. My acquaintances are in darkness. Psalm 88:15-18. I wandered in a black fog that offered no hint of clearing, and there I would have remained, were it not for the gracious hand of God.